Ang dami sa inyo nagtatanong sa akin about this question. Itong mga brands, kung sino nga ba kinikater niya. There's the Xiaomi Group, there's the Oppo Group or BBK, there's the Transsion Group, and there's group ni Huawei din. So, sino-sino nga ba mga kinikater nito? So, i-breakdown lang natin quickly dito sa video na ito. So, let's start off with BBK. So, ang tawag na is Pupukaw. So, it is composed of Oppo, Realme, Vivo, and si OnePlus. Now, si Oppo and si Vivo mostly kinikater nito dati. Dati ang masa. Ganda ng phone, medyo affordable. No? So nagkalat sila sa mall. Recently, pansin ko si Oppo medyo inaangat na nila sarili nila. Sabi nga ng iba, pinaganda yung box ng A-series. Dati kulay green, affordable pa siya. Nung ginawa siyang kulay silver at mukha siyang Reno, ang ganang box, naging mahal siya para sa A-series. So, pansin natin, siguro, si Oppo and si Realme, and I think pati si OnePlus, nagle-level up sila. Tina-target nila ang higher end ng market. I'm not sure kung Apple level ang tina-target nila. Basta medyo tumataas ang kanilang presyo. So, ganun din si Realme. Dati it started off catering to the masa. Realme 3, Realme 5, mga sikat yan. I've been one of their users before. Nung pa sila. Magandang specs, mura siya, and maganda service. Ngayon, gumandang ka ng UI, hindi ganun kagandang ka ng specs, pero ang presyo niya has skyrocketed. Kita nyo naman sa mga reviews natin, di ba? So, Realme, gumagaya na rin sa step ni Oppo since it's under Oppo rin naman. Now, mas lalo na si OnePlus. Si OnePlus dati, flagship killer nung nandyan si CarPlay. Ano nangyari sa kanila right now? Ang presyo nila is out of this world. OnePlus 12, ang ganda ng phone niya. I'll admittedly say na ang ganda ng OnePlus 12. It's really one of my favorite na phone. But the price is 63,000 pesos, stepping up from the OnePlus 11 na 40 plus thousand. Aba, sino pa bibilin nun? I'm not sure. Personally, I would rather stick to a Samsung or iPhone kung ganun na lang ang presyo ni OnePlus. Now, let's move to the other brand. So right now, tatalakay naman natin ang Xiaomi Group. Under the Xiaomi umbrella, there's 3 brands. Xiaomi, Redmi, and Poco. So, si Xiaomi, it caters to yung higher market. Okay? Siguro, I guess, upper B or B market. So, it has yung mga flagship phones na nakikita natin. Xiaomi na, yung latest Xiaomi 14 series, 14 Ultra, mga Leica na camera, mga high-end yan. Then of course, meron siya T-series, which is a spin-off ng Xiaomi na yung high-end niya. Xiaomi 14, so may 14T, which is a little bit more affordable na level, but you still get some really good specs out of it. Then, si Redmi naman, it caters to the lower B. It depends, no? Kasi si Redmi, medyo diverse ang product niya. Like the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus, maganda yon, pero nasa 20 plus thousand pesos na. Nung Redmi Note 10 Pro, sobrang hotcake yan, nasa around mga 15,000 pesos I think. Sobrang hotcake yan. I would tell you, sobrang ganda ng specs, sobrang ganda ng ng price. Nung start ng Redmi Note 11 series, medyo pababa na sila kasi inangat nilang presyo and binabaan yung specs, lalo yung kanang camera, very disappointing. 1080p, di ba? So that one was really a disappointment, no? But meron pa siya mga lower si Redmi A3 nasa 3,000 mahigit lang. So very flexible si Redmi. So more of targeting B and below, so hanggang masa. Si Poco naman, it's more of targeting mga gamers. I would say probably sa market right now, Poco still has one of the most affordable lines, no? I would say sa market. Kasi pagdating sa gaming, I think wala nang tatalo sa Poco. Kasi F6 Pro, X6 Pro, mga yan ang susulit na mga yan given its price and yung kanyang specs ratio. Sobrang okay. probably wala ka na bang hihingiin pa from this series. Sobrang okay siya. So, yan naman ang Xiaomi na group, no? So right now, pag-usapan na natin about the Huawei group. Huawei used to have two under their umbrella, Huawei and Honor, no? But since the US ban, they are forced to sell si Honor. Kaya naging independent na right now si Honor. So si Huawei and Honor, almost the same categorization sila. Catering to the high-end market with yung kanyang P series and Mate series. And they also have yung mga medyo mas pangmasa, which is the Nova series. Ganon din si Honor. Medyo diverse din sila. Si Honor has their Magic series catering to the higher end market, and they have yung mga X series na X9B, X8B, X6B, yan, catering to the lower end market, B and going lower. So depende, no? So going as low as X5B, yung mga yan, mas mura yan, mas affordable para sa masa. And they also have their tablets, their laptops, no? So almost the same product line itong dalawang company na ito, since they used to be one, no? So let's move on naman ngayon sa Transsion Group. Transsion Group has three brands under that umbrella. We have itel, Infinix, and Tecno. Now si itel, it caters to the masa. Bakit ko sinabi yun? Kasi mostly mga phone nila are yung mga below 10,000 pesos. RS4, S23, S24, A50, yung piso sales scam ni A50. Alam niyo, mura lang naman yun. Nasa mga 3,000 pesos. Ngayon may bago A80. So, what itel does is giving you yung entry level na smartphone at a very affordable price. It depends so kung medyo a little bit toward gaming ka or a little bit towards camera, it's your choice. Manood lang kayo ng mga review. Ang dami naman sa online. You can check out yung channel ko at YouTube din. Now, Tecno. No, si Tecno is known for their cameras. Okay? Lalo si Tecno Camon. Si Tecno more of nasa middle market going down to the masa din. They have yung Camon series niya. Then Camon 30, 30 Pro. And yung Premier 30, Tecno 30 Premier. Then mostly yan pang camera. Then you also have the Spark series, yun na mas lower end na market, no? So more entry level, a little bit above gaming, no? So we have the Infinix naman. Si Infinix naman geared towards the gamer. Pansin ko halos lahat ng nilalabas ni Infinix is more geared towards gaming. And yeah, it can perform. But ang mas well-rounded dito sa tatlo, for me si Infinix. Kasi yung Zero series niya, hindi lang naman siya pang gaming. Pati camera is pretty good. Solid siya. So I'm still waiting for the Infinix Zero 40 na lalabas. Hopefully soon dito sa atin. But I would say si Zero 30 is really good. Yung mga Note series din niya is also good. More geared toward the gaming market. So yan naman ang Transsion Group, which is currently, I think rank 1 sa Canalys for quarter 2 2024 here in the Philippines. Galing, di ba? Lakas. Then of course, the two other one is the remaining is Samsung and si iPhone. Now, talking about Samsung, this one, itong categorization ni Samsung is catered so mostly B and up, no? So mga A series niya, affordable series niya. Pero affordable niya is somewhat a little bit pricey pa rin naman. Though it's performing like mga A35, A55. Meron pa mga mas lower na actually hindi ko na nahawakan. But sabi naman ng mga ibang tech reviewers, it's pretty good and solid din. So that's B and below. No, they have the B and above. Galaxy S24, S24 Plus, S24 Ultra, Z Fold 6, Z Flip 6. Yan ang mga medyo upper market na yan. So lahat yan tinatama ni Samsung. So medyo flexible din siya, just like Huawei and Honor. No, under one brand kasi yung mga iba, pansin mo, china-chop-chop nila into different branding. No? And of course, iPhone yan eh. So iPhone, kahit ano sabihin mo, it would always be middle and up. Kahit anong sabihin mo. No, bakit? Ang presyo nun is talagang pang ganun eh. Would you say na yung mga bumibili ng itel, afford nila ang iPhone? Maybe second hand, iPhone 8, iPhone 7? Meron pa gumagamit nun? Maybe. But don't get me wrong ha. People wants an iPhone. But it depends no, kung practical nga ba sa'yo o hindi. So ang iPhone mostly ang bumibili nito is B and up. No? So given na coming si iPhone 16, 16 Plus, 16 Pro, 16 Pro Plus, Pro Max pala, pati mga iPad niya, mga Mac Air, lahat yan puro mga B and up ang target market niya. Kahit maglabas pa siya ng mga iPhone 13 mini, SE, XR, mahal pa rin eh. 'Di ba? Kahit anong labas ni iPhone na for the lower mass, no, hindi pa rin, mahal pa rin. No. But I would say na it would last you for several years without even changing your phone. Yan naman ang beauty ng iPhone. So, kayo guys, nasa anong categorization kayo? Ano nga ba phone ang gamit ninyo? Let me know in the comments.